the 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. We're bringing you the Houston Rockets out at Toyota Center as they face off against the Boston Celtics. Looking at Boston, they are clearly amped up for this one and determined to have a strong showing from the get-go. They feel this is a game they can win and want to establish that pace early on. This Celtics group, led by Coach Brad Stevens, he has them fighting every minute of every game. Shaq, he is definitely one of the bright young coaching stars in this league.
Yeah, he pushes every player on his roster to compete. He gets more out of this roster than the sum of his parts. That's real geometrical, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. You almost lost me.
Yeah, I am lost. But I'll tell you, what he's done since he's come from the collegiate ranks is he has instilled a style of play in those Celtics. So when you watch the Celtics every night, you say, okay, I know what to expect. Opposing teams respect him. His players love him.
And now we send you to Kevin Harlan as they get ready for the opening tip.
It's the land of mission control, Houston, Texas, where the Rockets are ready to engage in an interconference showdown. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. Chris Webber's joining us at the broadcast table alongside Greg Anthony and David Aldridge on the sideline. This is Kevin Harlan. Tip-off goes to Houston. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor for Boston. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Horford is out there with Amir Johnson. And it's Crowder in at the 3 spot. And so the Houston Rockets get the first points of the ball game. It's stolen by Ariza. To the paint. Knocks it loose. Capella the pass to Ariza. Harden kicks to Anderson. Houston moving the ball around, and that one's good. Beverly. And for the uninitiated, Mike D'Antoni has a bit of a unique offensive approach. Likes, in fact, Chris, to create a lot of chances for his team by pressing the tempo.
Well, he creates a lot of chances and doesn't mind the early shot. He'll go with the undersized 4 to help push the tempo. It's all about getting easy transition buckets for D'Antoni.
And for me, one of the more unsung players in the league, Al Horford, a 2-time national champion at the University of Florida, one of the most skilled and versatile big men in our league, and he hasn't gotten the attention I believe he deserves.
Oh, Capella is just fantastic at dunking it home, leaving no mistake on these kinds of chances near the hoop.
Now let's find out what head coach Brad Stevens had to say to David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. He said, look, all they talked about before this game was defense. Going up against one of the best offensive teams in the league, he said, it's a challenge that we embrace. Nobody can do it by themselves. It's got to be a collective effort. No hero ball on offense either. Guys, we'll see if they can put the brakes on them. It's never easy. Back to you.
Thanks, David. That's a potent offense they're up against right now, and they know it.
And that's why they've got to be ultra-focused at the defensive end right from the tip.
Well, they have some difficult questions to answer. Who do they double? Which shooters are they willing to leave open to do that? Or do they just play it straight up? We'll see.
And with Horford's free agency looming this last summer, last season was a tricky spot for the Atlanta Hawks. Would they be able to keep him?
Yeah, and you go back to the lack of exposure he's gotten. I mean, from the Dominican Republic, he's a Spanish-speaking star. I mean, his marketing and endorsement potential in bigger markets, something he is well aware of.
And here's Harden after the three-pointer from Al Horford.
Oh, we've seen him posterize guys with that move many times. However, the defense proved to be very stifling there.
Rockets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Harden dishes to Anderson and finished off by Anderson.
A signature slam from the big fella. We've seen a few of those before.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. To the paint, knocked away. Taken away by Nene.
Wow, he tried to make a pass to an opening that wasn't there. He needs to be more patient and allow space to open up so he can throw it down low.
Harden against Bradley. Beverly, the pass to Harden. Here's Ariza. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And how about the Celtics? Over the last 3 seasons, climbing up from a subpar defensive team to elite status. You look around the league, there may not be a better perimeter defensive trio than Marcus Smart, Avery Bradley, and Jay Crowder.
Now here's Harden after the miss from Jay Crowder. Back to Beverly. Over to the wing. Kicks it out to Ariza. Pass to Beverly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. Harden, no good. Celtics trail by 4. And the wide open shot from Crowder. Crowder with another miss.
His shot is not on target right now. He better figure this out fast.
Kicks it out to Harden. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Drains it from 17 feet out.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
The offensive rebound, Horford.
And while Horford can space the floor, I like him getting inside and using his strength to force the issue.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
How about up over the 80% mark from the line last year? So he's happy and also consistent there with those numbers.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Beasley's checked in for Anderson. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Patrick Beverly. Now here's Smart. Nene unable to get his shot to go. 1:43 left to play in the first quarter. Now here's Smart. He's guarded closely. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
And Gordon over to help. Brown right side. That's short off the rim.
Total breakdown on defense there, but fortunately he missed that one.
Brewer with the ball. He's against Jerebko. Beasley kicks to Brewer. Olynyk with the steal. Here's Smart. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Brewer with the ball. Working on Jerebko. And here's Gordon from outside. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. .40 seconds left to play here in the first. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Brown. Busted. No good that time either.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Oh, trust me, he's kicking himself for that misfire. He knows he should have hit it after that tremendous pick gave him the necessary space to do so.
And he sinks the second. Celtics trail by 9. Smart dishes to Horford. It's tipped. And Brewer kicks to Beasley. Back to Brewer. The pass to Beasley. Feeds it to Gordon. This one for 3. An amazing shot, just barely beat the buzzer!
That is as big a shot as you are ever going to see.
Nice shot, incredible clutch performance, putting the team on his back and taking them right across the finish line.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Rockets to be in. What do you think, guys?
It's all about their defense. They have just done a terrific job of negating the timing and spacing of their opponent.
Oh, yeah, great communication. The guys are quick and rotating help and playing with a lot of energy.
Beverly and Harden are the 1 and the 2. Gordon is out there with Anderson. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. The Celtics making a switch here. Crowder's checked in. And Chris, having played at the University of Michigan in the powerhouse Big Ten, we see a lot of their players go on to the NBA. Which player from the Big Ten is in the league right now that you feel is the best right now?
Well, I mean, when you look at the Big Ten, I mean, you would have to say Draymond Green. You know, I think right now just he's playing at such a high level. I love my man Oladipo. You know, he can go. But, you know, at the same time, don't forget about the old wily veteran out there, and that's Mr. Ball handles himself. That's Mr. Make you fall down, wait for you to get up so he can shoot the jumper in your face himself, and that's my man, Jamal Crawford.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
To the inside, Thomas. And he banks in the layup. Thomas got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, nice look by Crowder, finding the open man.
Stolen by Smart. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Thomas is running, and another basket for Boston.
Well, after not making anything from the field in the first, I mean, he has really elevated his game this second quarter.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David.
Oh! Come on. Did you see that? Did you see that?
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess.
And that's how we play the game. Bring it in. Let's go.
Some changes for Boston. Johnson comes in for Urebko, and Bradley's subbed in for Marcus Smart. Bradley kicks to Johnson. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Johnson's got his first 2 points.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Now the dish to Capella. Olynyk with the steal. Crowder against Gordon. Crowder kicks to Thomas. No good on the triple.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
It's tipped. Capella kicks to Harden. Shot clock at 5, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
I mean, he's just been huge today for his team. Without his hot shooting, there's no way they'd have the lead.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for Gordon. Houston shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Love the aggression that Harden plays with. This guy just goes all out.
Now here's Bradley. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Olynyk. It's hauled in by Beverly.
The defense got super lucky there because he does not miss many of those.
Well, Kelly Olynyk out of Gonzaga, maybe the closest, Chris, we've seen to Dirk Nowitzki when you talk about 7-footers who can space the floor.
Well, he's a 7-footer now, but he grew up playing guard before he had that late growth spurt. You just don't find many players at his size with that kind of shooting and fluidity with the ball. I think his agility at his size is probably the most underrated aspect to his game.
Now here's Thomas. He's got 6.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
It's Anderson with the drive, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And there's the call, foul on Boston. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And I know he was pleased with his foul shooting last year. How about 87% from the line?
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Brewer comes in for James Harden. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Olynyk, and Capella sends it back. Houston leading by 16. And Anderson kicks to Prigioni. To the paint. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And Capella is very efficient down deep, using his muscle to get off the shots he wants inside.
Beasley's checked in for Houston. The Celtics also changing it up. Horford comes in for Olynyk, and it's Brown in for Crowder. The Rockets have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Now, here's Thomas. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
On the shorter side, as a power forward, his hops are the great equalizer.
Rockets have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Ariza passes to Capella. Back to Ariza. Puts up a 3. The Rockets again can't hit. Celtics trail by 17. Bradley dishes to Thomas. Double team on Thomas. The 3 from Bradley. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Thomas got 3 assists in the game.
Oh, and that's where Bradley's 6'7" wingspan can help. A little extra reach to get it over the D.
Here's Prigioni. And here is Brewer. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. The putback. There's a whistle. It's going to go on Corey Brewer. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, nothing wrong with fighting for the rebound. But
Great job, guys. Nice work. Take a seat now. Let's talk.
Celtics trail by 16.
Well, we've all heard the word around the league about Celtics head coach Brad Stevens. Players rave about his demeanor. Opposing coaches admire his play calling. You wonder if he translated success at Butler to the pros? That's just what he's done.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And it's Beasley finishing it off.
Great playmakers help everything run so smoothly. Excellent lead pass.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And no less than Greg Popovich, Chris, calling Brad Stevens one of the best coaches in the league.
Well, he's very detail-minded. Every time Stevens watches the game, whether college, international, women's, in the park, no matter what, he keeps a notebook. He said, I steal plays from everybody, and truthfully, at this point, I think we can assume that others are returning the favor.
The Celtics have gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. Here's Brown. No good, shot missing. And it's Houston the other way. Ariza kicks to Beasley, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
Well, and as a result, their field goal percentage has been very solid. A really admirable job done by them so far.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Oh, you got to respect the fearlessness of Ariza, slamming it through in style.
A difficult situation for Boston. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. To the inside, here's Brewer, and Brewer with the stuff.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
And how about the explosiveness he shows, going from the offensive to the defensive end in a blink?
Got a piece of it. The 3 from Thomas. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Rockets on top, just dominating this one. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome, everyone. We'll be taking a look back at what was clearly a one-sided first half of action. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Houston holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. And let's go to Kenny. What'd you think of their first half?
That was the half of the super sub for them. A lot of offense coming off the bench, and that's such a luxury to have that kind of firepower available. There were times when the pace picked up when the second unit came into the game. And that's the best part, having a bunch of guys who's ready at the drop of a hat.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster, Ernie. Without major improvements defensively, this game is OVA, over.
And that about wraps it up, as the second half is just moments away. Now down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew, and we will see you after the game, won't we?
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will.
Welcome back to the Toyota Center, everyone. That's a look at our broadcast location tonight here in downtown Houston, Texas. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
Just in attack mode, he was able to get in the lane at will in that first half.
The most intense guy on the court at times. Put a lot of pressure on the defense. We'll see if he can maintain that level of energy the rest of the way.
Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Johnson is out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Horford in at the 5 spot.
Just fantastic movement by Beverly. So effective in clogging passing lanes with his quick hands and anticipation. Now, when you take a look at Patrick Beverly, a bit of a late bloomer in that he didn't start his NBA career until he was 24 years old. He played in several leagues in Europe after his college days as a Razorback. He honed his game and won some hardware overseas before deciding to come to the NBA.
Beverly against Thomas. The 3 from Bradley. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feed. Thomas got assist number 5 here tonight.
Oh, 3-point shooting. I mean, the strength of Bradley's game offensively, incredible.
Harden gets the bucket.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Bradley against Harden. Knocked loose. Outside Bradley. Kicks it to Horford. 5 to shoot. It's Crowder on the wing. Horford the pass to Thomas. Again, Thomas missing.
Well, he hasn't gotten much to fall, and it's costing his team dearly.
Here's Ariza. Kept alive by Houston. Anderson kicks to Harden. Harden missing again.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Near the 3-point line, it's Thomas. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark.
Very slow start so far this half. They're only 1 for 4 so far. That's just an awful loss of position.
Way to work, gentlemen. Let's go now. Hustle up.
Not coughing it up.
The Rockets making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. The Celtics also changing it up. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Horford. Urebko comes in for Johnson. And Smart subbed in for Thomas. Now here's Smart. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Urebko dishes to Smart, and it's Urebko top of the key. No good on the 3.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
In the corner, Harden. It's stolen by Bradley. Here's Smart. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Well, over the last couple years, we've seen teams emphasize ball movement and player movement. Chris, you like that trend?
You know what? I do like that trend. You know, from my days playing with the Kings, that was our style of play. The ball movement, get guys involved, make sure that you back cut when you're overplayed by the defense, have some fun. I do like that style of play. Now, there are times for ISOs. When you look at a guy like Melo or Durant, or you look at a guy like Curry or Thompson, or you look at a guy like LeBron or Uncle Drew, these guys, if they have the ball, I mean, get out the way. ISO ball is still, you know, there's 20 guys in this league that can have an ISO play call for them every time, because ISO also means I can beat my man, draw your man, and pass it to an open teammate. So I think ISO ball should not be taken for granted, but I think it's a big responsibility for a lot of players. And there's only a handful, or about 3 or 4 handfuls of players in the NBA, in my opinion, that should be given the freedom to go to work on an ISO.
Great way to put it. Chris, in the NBA now, there are a great deal of power forwards who take bits and pieces of your game and add it to their own. But when you grew up, who did you model your game after?
Oh, wow. Well, growing up, I mean, it's very simple. My favorite players are the players that I modeled my game after. As a big fella, I wanted to be a ball handler, and so the best ball handler was Isaiah Thomas. I wanted to be a great passer, so I looked at Magic and Larry Bird for those areas. I wanted to score, and so I looked at Larry Bird and Dominique in those areas. Hakeem Olajuwon, Charles Barkley. That's the great part about basketball. We see greats today, but they wouldn't be as great as they are if it was not for the generation that came before them. Why? Because you kind of know and you have a bar that you want to set, and it's hard to know how much to challenge yourself until you see that bar. And so guys setting the bar, setting those expectations, setting those goals allows for guys to work on their game and get better. So, I mean, just think in 20 years, what will guys be doing out there with the generation that we have now out there setting the table for them?
Yeah, great perspective. Crowder, and the layup falls.
Nice work offensively, and Crowder caps it off inside.
For Houston, they've gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Gordon kicks to Nene. Crowder with the steal. "17-foot shot on the way. It's deflected. Dishes to Brewer. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brewer's got his second basket of the night.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Here's your Rebko, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Oh, nice look there from Smart, finding the open man.
Down low, Beasley, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
He knows how to dish out some pretty sick assists as well when they need him to. You see that play right there?
There's a good screen. They get a hand on it. Crowder, the pass to Yarebko. Knocks down the 3 ball. Yarebko's got 5 points now this quarter.
Now see what I'm saying? It's that kind of unfair advantage at this height to shoot over guys that well from that deep. Man, that's just sick.
Prigioni kicks to Brewer. Fires the 3. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
You have to at least get a hand up, right? In Brewer's face from outside, he has such a quick pull-up on that perimeter Jimmy.
Now here's Smart. Tight defense on him. And he's just had 1 attempt at the line earlier.
A 78% foul shooter a season ago. Pretty steady when he's at the line.
And so Smart nails both of them. 8 seconds left in the third. Outside Gordon. Lets it go from deep. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
And money to end the quarter there with the triple.
That's a great way to finish off the quarter. Knocking down a look like that is a big confidence builder heading into the locker room.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Houston's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%, 7 of 13 on threes. They've got Decker, Beasley out there with Montejunas, and it's Prigioni in at the point guard. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
And it's Pablo Prigioni with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Picked by Horford. Here's Rozier. Beasley with the steal.
Terrific defensive instincts on display there to get one of his big paws on the ball. Fantastic job.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
When he has the ball in his hands in transition, he always finishes strong, just like he did there.
Rozier kicks to Young. Zeller up top. He dishes it to Brown. He feeds it to Horford. And rejection by McDaniels.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Here's Decker. The three-pointer, no good. Montejunas with the steal to the inside. Here's McDaniels.
How about that assist? Accurate toss inside for the high percentage look.
Here's Rozier. Young outside. Poked loose. And Zeller kicks to Young. Yep, that one goes in there.
Oh, Kevin, nice unselfish play from Zeller, finding the open man.
Decker with it, and it's Horford picking him up. Beasley against Brown. Beasley in the post. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
That one falls.
Okay, he's holding his own tonight, but they may need more than that from him.
Prigioni kicks to Beasley. The feed now to McDaniels. Houston moving the ball around. Here's Decker. Passes it to Prigioni. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Brown.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Inside, and Young with the stuff.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Oh, that's how you drive your point home right there. They get it back. Here's Beasley. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And Decker slams it in.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Here's Rozier, following the basket by Sam Decker. And there's the foul. It's on Sam Decker. That is his first foul of the game. Brewer is checked in for KJ McDaniels. The Celtics also changing it up. Jerebko's checked in for Horford. And it's Green in for Brown. Rozier kicks to Zeller. Pass to Jerebko. Here's Rozier. Zeller. Bucket is good.
A high efficiency scorer. Inside. Zeller with those great soft hands.
Prigioni dishes to Brewer. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And the first one at the line is good. Nene, he's checked in for the Rockets. Boston also with the sub. Marcus Smart's checked in for Young. And so he makes both from the line. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. Poked away. Fast break, here they come. Over to the left wing. Here's Decker. Off target from 3-point range. The Celtics have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. And Jerebko has it in the corner. Off target with his 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Nene, the pass to Brewer. Nailed from 3-point land. Brewer's got 10 points in just the second half. Well, the Celtics shooting around 41% on the night. Smart kicks to Jerebko. Picked by Zeller. Pass to Green. Lets it go with a 3. Drills the 3-pointer.
And how about that, responding to the 3-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
I like that style. Lose 3 points, get them right back at the other end. That's good basketball.
That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Houston.
No good on the free throw. Brown is checked in for the Celtics.
Taking 2 shots.
And he's good on the second. We've got 1:28 left to play here in the 4th.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Houston.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Beasley.
The most common sight in this game tonight was him getting positioned under the glass and just refusing to be moved. He was a beast on the boards, and his rebounding made a big difference.
Now here's Smart. He's tightly guarded. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and Nene slams it in.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
When one guy gets hot sometimes, it's infectious, and the team does too. That's what seemed to happen for them on that play.
Out of bounds, Houston takes possession.
I have no idea why he would have even attempted that. That's a horrible turnover.
On offense, here are the Rockets. They're on a 14-5 run here. Here's Decker. The shot that time, not on target. Now Boston takes it the other way. Brown wide open, he fires. Knocks down the three ball.
And this run not really doing them any good at this point, as late as it's starting to evolve.
Well, it's really too bad that they found themselves a little too late in this one.
Oh, wow. Look out.
That's a beautiful jam.
And Kevin, lots of standing around and watching by the defense that time.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg, with that emphatic slam.
Hey, Kev, I love the play, but you know what? Anyone at this level can throw it down on you if you hand it to him on a silver platter.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Brewer. And it's off from three-point range. Now here's Smart. He's covered closely. Tipped away. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Michael Beasley. He really stepped it up and played very big tonight. A huge boost from an unexpected source. They'd love to see more of that.
I'm floored by how well he shot the ball. He was unstoppable. I don't mean just the points. The ability to create opportunities for himself and then deliver, now that's a superstar effort.
Oh, my. You talk about a bench player having an impact? That's as big as it gets. And the crowd was loving it. Look at them. They're still here. Ernie, the game's over, and they're jumping around, taking selfies, trying to get their followers up. Oh, my. This came out of nowhere. Who is this guy?
And that's it for tonight, but we've got a whole new NBA season ahead of us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again very soon.